Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. Chille has filed another lawsuit in the state court in Nevada. We talked about his filing of a new federal lawsuit against the city of Ironton and the whatever that county was in Ohio. Essentially the same lawsuit as the previous one that's currently being appealed, that he lost, that's currently being appealed. The minor difference being that he's also, I believe, tacked on defamation claims. As I discussed in the live stream that was taken down because apparently I showed Chille's address at the top of one of his pleadings. That particular lawsuit is going to face a lot of issues. The new lawsuit, the new federal district court lawsuit, it's going to have a lot of difficulties. It's going to have difficulties with venue. It's going to have difficulties with sovereign immunity. It's going to have difficulties with res judicata and or collateral estoppel. It's going to have a lot of problems. I don't know how long it will last, or if Chille will even have it served. I mean, I don't know. But you know, the Ohio attorneys seem to be pretty competent, and they will most likely figure out a way to get it handled. And at this point, because he has one that he's filed that is currently being appealed, and he's filing an almost identical lawsuit against almost identical defendants, alleging almost identical causes of action. This is where you're going to start to see the potential for the Ironton defendants to Wagner et al. Now is the potential for them to, in addition to moving to get the motion dismissed, moving to have him declared a vexatious litigant, at least in the District Court of Nevada, in the Federal District Court of Nevada. So this is the start of where you could possibly see it happening, because he knows, or should know, that you can't just file the same lawsuit over and over in different places and waste everybody's time and money just to be a dick, because that's what a vexatious litigant is. You're being vexatious. You're not actually trying to remedy a harm. You're trying to vex your opponent. If the state filing is for the same cause or causes of action, you're going to have the same difficulties. And I haven't seen the state filing. No, the people in my Discord seem to believe that it's the same defendants, the Ohio defendants, Wagner et al. But then you're going to have that's going to get immediately removed to federal district court immediately. I mean, they're not going to play around in Nevada state court. Nevada wouldn't have any real interest in it anyway, despite the defamation. Assuming it is in fact the same defendants, and assuming it is similar to or the same as the federal lawsuit, it's going to get instantly removed to the Federal District Court in Nevada, most likely consolidated, and then disposed of at the same time as the federal case, again with a potential for a motion to have Chille declared a vexatious litigant, at least in the Federal District Court for the state of Nevada. But again, there's a lot of hypotheticals there. I haven't seen the Nevada State Court lawsuit, so I don't know if it's the same cause of action, the same defendants or whatever. People in my Discord were also concerned that Chille's supporters are saying, well, at least he's doing something. And doing something isn't a good metric. A better metric is that at least he's getting a result, because that's what we're after. We're after a result. Doing something, I mean, at least he's doing something. What's he doing? Oh, he's sitting in his car jerking off. I mean, well, at least he's doing something. Well, I mean, you know, the hope I believe that Chille supporters have is that Chille doing something is going to end up giving a result. So at least he's doing something is a useless metric. It's what kind of a result is he getting? To be fair, he has gotten a favorable result based on his stated goals in the original DeCastro versus Abrams and Peter, because his goal there was to make them spend a bunch of money. And Kate obliged in spades. She allegedly spent a shit ton of money. Now I have seen billing statements, so my best guess is that she has in fact spent a shit ton of money. Now, was it her money? I mean, she raised a lot of it, so I mean, it would come from the suckers that support her and support these kinds of things. I don't know why she would get to collect all the revenue from her YouTube endeavors and not have to bear the costs of her YouTube endeavors. I don't know why people would indemnify her against that. It doesn't seem very sound as a business practice for you to allow someone to keep all the profits while you bear all the costs. But, I guess those massive jiggly titties mesmerize more people than just me. And some people are so weak that they reach into their wallet to pay money for her defense. And she's dumb enough to spend it stupidly. Anyway, be that as it may, he has achieved a result in at least one case. Now, he has not achieved a result unless his goal was to cost Berrettini. I have to say it like Chille says it, or else I can't remember it. If his goal is to cost Blue Bacon money, he has certainly cost Blue Bacon a ton of money. I'm going to assume that his attorney is in fact billing at about $400, $450 an hour. It's not an unreasonable rate to bill at. And I'm going to assume that attorney is getting lots and lots of money from Blue Bacon for all the shenanigans he has to deal with from Chille. And again, collecting that $1,600 from Chille, good luck on that. Ain't happening. Well, I'm not going to say ain't happening. Very unlikely to happen. They're going to have to get it turned into a judgment. They're going to have to try to enforce it. They're going to have to get a California judgment. They're going to have to get it enforced in Nevada. I mean, there's going to be lots of problems. It's going to be expensive. It's going to cost more than $1,600 just to make the attempt to enforce it. It's going to be expansive and probably fruitless because, again, Chille lives out of a fucking car, right? He lives out of a van that he probably doesn't even own. Chille doesn't have any assets that I'm aware of. I mean, maybe if they can figure out his bank accounts or whatever in a debtor's exam, maybe they can cause him some problems there. But like to try to garnish or levy his bank accounts, I should say. But I mean, good luck. Anyway, so if his goal is to cost Berrettini money, sure, he's done that. But he hasn't cost Peter any more money. So, I mean, if your champion is a guy who's going to go around and file lawsuits that are going to not cost the police any money, because these, like the lawsuit against LVMPD's picking up the tab for all the cops. They're paying for the cops. It's not costing the cops any money. It's a drop in the bucket for LVMPD. They've got a budget. This is a rounding error in their budget. It's not affecting them. There is no meaningful effect on anybody at LVMPD. Just minor annoyances to the cops to have to sign a few papers here and there. The attorney's happy he's getting paid. LVMPD doesn't care because, again, this is probably a rounding error in their budget. It's a tiny amount compared to what they probably spend annually. So that's having no appreciable effect. Same thing with the Ironton case. The attorneys are happy; they're getting paid. They're representing the county defendants are all represented by county So the county's paying for it. Again, legal fees on a county is a line item budget. It's they're only using it. He's not costing him much money at all. I mean, for a normal person to pay that kind of money, yeah, that would be a lot. But for a county and a city to pay it, who cares? For a giant police department like LVMPD, who cares? They don't care. So as far as the effects are concerned, well, if you hate Kate Peter and you want to see her pay a bunch of money, you're getting a good effect. If you hate Blue Bacon and you want to see him pay a bunch of money, you're getting a good effect. If you hate Josh Abrams and you want to see him pay a reasonable amount of money, you're getting your result. If you think that Chille is getting any kind of result against pigs, you're not seeing any return on your investment. You're not seeing any return on his investment. He's had zero effect. Zero effect. So at least he's doing something. Well, he's having no effect. He's effectively doing nothing because he's having no effect. So try to keep seeing it in those terms. Again, remember, I don't like Terry v. Ohio. I think it was a bad decision. It expanded the scope of what you could do, what cops could do, beyond what I believe the Constitution allowed. I don't see why we ignore the warrant part of it and we skip right to, well, you could search people short of an arrest. I could see searching people if they've been arrested, but I don't get it. I don't like it. I mean, how about you do a little more homework? So I agree with him that Terry v. Ohio is not particularly good case law. I disagree with it. I would like to see it go away. But what effect is he having on that? He's having no effect. Zero effect. Zero effect on having the pigs put torture cuffs on people. Zero effect. He's had no effect. Him getting out of his soccer mom minivan after making an illegal U-turn and yelling at the cops who pulled him over for making an illegal U-turn just to get a ticket and have to pay the fucking ticket. Like, what effect is that having? It's having no effect. Chille's not having any effect. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. In the Earl Warden appeal, as of this moment right now that I'm filming the video, still nothing. The state of Texas filed a motion for an extension. That was several days ago now. I think they filed that on the 11th. Still nothing today. I still have a sinking suspicion that the court will grant it, but I hope the court says no. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.